sanang naakit yante idesa apa bokbok duat nabi rasnono fe umat it besa na adunyai.
The city of Tual-1 is a new area of extension in the eastern part of Maluku. The lack of representation has contributed to an impression of the area as an isolated group of islands, as if it has never been touched by any development. Nevertheless, the area possesses many attractive natural and historical tourist objects that are not less fascinating than the famous Banda Islands. The tourist destination of Tual-1 is like a precious pearl still in its shell that needs the creative touch of skillful hands. The city of Tual requires a good image building strategy through various media in order to make the public realize the pristine and exotic natural resources that boast a panorama of beautiful clusters of islets with their wide sandy beaches and enchanting sea gardens with its diverse fish species and colorful coral reefs. They will find all this in this getaway paradise. Tual's good prospects for a tourist destination has been confirmed by an integrated survey conducted by Tual's regional office of the Department of Tourism and Culture with Tual's LIPI Marine Biota Conservation Agency and LIPI Oceanographic Research Center in Jakarta. The survey findings include potential tourist destinations like Pulau Woning in the Pulau Kur subdistrict and Tayando Yamru in Tayando Tam subdistrict. Both areas meet all the requirements of becoming a destination for coastal recreational tourism, including diving, snorkeling, jet ski sport, fishing, as well as sunbathing. Administratively speaking, the city of Tual-1 is a newly extended area of the province of Maluku that since 2009 has accordingly become a regency city. It consists of some 66 islands covering an area of 19,088.29 square kilometers, made up of a land area of 352.66 square kilometers or 1.33% and a sea area of 18,737 square kilometers or 98.67%. To the north, it borders Laut Banda. To the west is Selat Narong, and to the south, it borders Laut Arafura and Kei Kecil subdistrict. Kota Tual is accessible by air and sea. The flight service from Jakarta via Ambon uses Boeing airplanes. The feeder service from Ambon to Tual is provided by Merpati Airline, Trigana, and Wings Air. Flights to Langgur Airport at Tual are served twice a day and take some 130 minutes to reach Tual. Construction of an international airport is now underway. Air service will be smoother after completion. While with other cities in the region, Tual is connected by the Pelni Shipping Line's motor ships, such as Ciremai, Bukit Siguntang, Tata Mailau, Kelimutu, and Pangrango that almost every week calls on the harbor of Tual. The availability of the two transport modes has opened up Tual to the rest of the country and has bolstered up the local economy, as can be seen, among others, from the crowded pier that is full with traders and food vendors selling all kinds of Tual delicacies. Connection with the many small islands are served by motorboats that carry passengers and merchandise for inter-island trade. Since Tual became a Regency city, the regional government has constructed a number of public facilities, including city streets and country roads that connect the villages as part of their target for initial economic development.
Kota ini berdiri sejak 3 tahun yang lalu dan luas wilayahnya sekitar 98,35% terdiri dari laut. Karena ini potensi satu-satunya itu berada di laut. Di sana ada satu industri perikanan yang lengkap sama sekali, dimiliki oleh perusahaan MTJ, dan kami sementara berupaya agar perusahaan itu berfungsi dengan baik. Di samping itu, pulau-pulau itu pulau-pulau kecil yang sangat indah di sana. Seolah-olah itu satu mosaik yang paling indah sekali. Di sana ada pulau-pulau pasir, ada pulau-pulau penyu, terus ada ikan yang cukup banyak, terumbu karang yang cukup banyak, dan ini tidak bisa kita diamkan. Tentunya ini ke depan sesuai dengan visi misi kami, maka kami akan mengembangkan itu. Dia merupakan satu potensi besar, terutama potensi pariwisata cukup menarik ada di sana. Karena itu faktor-faktor yang terkaitan erat dengan pengembangan pariwisata itu akan kami kembangkan, dan sektor ini akan menghasilkan produk domestik regional bruto yang cukup besar, menciptakan lapangan kerja bagi masyarakat setempat dan bisa berpengaruh pada pertumbuhan ekonomi daerah.
In line with regional development, the city of Tual is beautifying itself, as reflected by the building of a city park around the main streets of the city, including in front of the city hall, where a lovely green zone has been established, following an artistic greening concept, and all these efforts will aesthetically enhance the look of the city of Tual. Hotel accommodation and travel agencies have sprung up along some city streets. Various classes of hotels cater to the needs of tourists or investors and business people, and do their best to assure them a nice stay while enjoying the unique sights and atmosphere of the city of Tual. Supporting facilities such as restaurants are found along the main streets and city corners, offering specific local menus like roasted fish and other seafood. Characteristically, the population of the city of Tual follows the Maran culture, which means that they like to do voluntary community work or gotong royong, and they also have a strong religious fellowship, as can be seen in their welcoming the Hajj pilgrims, in which the villagers take part by performing the rebana dance and music along the city streets. The Tual City Municipality also organizes the circumcision service for new converts to Islam. This program is given special attention by the regional government. The citizens of Kota Tual are diverse. The indigenous people of the K ethnicity occupied the coastal areas and tiny islands, while those residing in the cities live together with settlers who come from Java, Sulawesi, and other regions. The population census of 2009 records 70,367 residents. As regards livelihood, typical with any urban condition, people make a living in business, work in the industries, in government offices, and in private companies, while those occupying the coastal areas earn a living as fishermen. The major source of income of Kota Tual still comes from fishery. The fish catch capacity up to now is only sufficient to meet the local demand and is sold in the local traditional markets. The price of fish here is relatively cheap, is sold in bundles or heaps. A highly priced fish like the red grouper only costs 20,000 rupiahs for a bundle of 4 to 5 fish.
Kota Tual merupakan salah satu daerah pemekaran baru di Provinsi Maluku. Kota Tual ini mempunyai potensi yang cukup besar di sektor pariwisata maupun budaya. Untuk itu, pemerintah Kota Tual sangat antusias sekali untuk mengembangkan objek wisata bahari di Kota Tual maupun budaya. Untuk itu, pemerintah Kota Tual bekerja sama dengan LIPI Jakarta maupun LIPI Tual untuk mensurvei beberapa objek wisata di Kota Tual, yaitu Kecamatan Pulau-Pulau Kur, Toyan Dotam, dan Dula Utara Selatan. Karena Kota Tual ini merupakan daerah baru sehingga perlu adakan survei titik-titik destinasi yang paling bagus untuk dikembangkan. Kesemuanya ini dalam rangka untuk mengetahui perkembangan pariwisata di Kota Tual. Untuk itu kami pemerintah Kota Tual mengundang wisatawan Nusantara maupun mancanegara untuk datang berkunjung ke Kota Tual, karena Kota Tual mempunyai potensi wisata alam dan bahari yang cukup bagus dan cukup indah yang masih alami. Kami mengundang juga investor Nusantara maupun mancanegara untuk datang melihat potensi dan objek wisata yang ada di Kota Tual, sehingga potensi ini bisa dapat dikelola dan dikembangkan dengan baik.
As explained earlier by the mayor of Kota Tual and the head of the local office of the Department of Tourism and Culture, the tourism sector will be the first priority in the area's economic development. In that line, for the 2011 period, the Department of Tourism and Culture have devised a promotional strategy in the effort to attract investors to set up business in Kota Tual. To collect material for media presentation, the Department of Tourism and Culture have teamed up with research divers from UPT LIPI Tual and LIPI Jakarta and divers from the rescue squad of KPLP Kota Tual to conduct diving excursions at several locations in order to examine and study the potential of the coral reefs, coral fishes, the shore profile, the water clarity level, and pattern of current. All these data are needed for developing these sites into first-rate diving spots.
Kita sekarang mau melakukan persiapan penyelaman di Pulau Koni atau Pulau Penyu di sisi barat untuk melihat karakteristik ikan, karang, untuk potensi wisata bahari Kota Tual.
Thus, Pulau Wening in the sub-district of Pulau Kur was the starting point of our diving expedition to make an observation of the condition and biodiversity of the fish population and coral reefs. At the start of our diving activities, we were amazed at the spectacular sight of an expanse of varieties of coral reef, a treasure of our tropical waters that is presently in the spotlight of the world on account of the findings of oceanographic experts that degradation of coral reefs around the world caused by overexploitation is threatening this precious heritage into extinction. But fortunately, what we found around the waters of Pulau Wening was different. Lush coral reef growth started from depth of 1 to 2 meters down to about 30 meters. Dense coral coverage began from a depth of around 5 meters down to 20 meters. The coral species mostly found here are the Acropora and Montipora branch types, as well as several soft corals that live on boulders. The spread of multi-shaped and colorful coral reefs will surely be an eye-pampering sight for tourists. While at a depth of 10 to 20 meters, we were astounded at the sight of schools of various fish species that danced merrily around as if welcoming our presence. We swam among thousands of colorful fishes, a unique and memorable experience that we will cherish forever. Fish species with fairly high population at this location include the coral fishes called Cassioteras, Lujanus or yellow-tailed fish, somai or Napoleon fish that have become rare, and several kinds of parrotfish. When reaching a depth of 20 meters, we came across boulders of rock with crevices and caves in them that challenged us divers to explore them. The inside of the caves offered a unique sight of soft corals that grew hanging from the ceiling. Ornamental fishes found in abundance include the Atias fish that live in